Home and Wealth, sponsored by Rodney Anderson with Supreme Lending.
Americans are using their plastic more than ever. Credit card debt is on the rise, and debt has risen substantially. Here with solutions is our mortgage expert, Rodney Anderson, and let's just get down to it. What is the deal when we're talking about debt here?
Well, I want you to think about this. If we laid out every credit card around the world, we would span the entire earth over 3 times. So people are using their plastic like crazy, Shannon, and there's over $1 trillion in credit card debt every single day. So I see people firsthand on a daily basis that have had credit card debt. Maybe they've had something come up in their life and they've had to really use their cards. Maybe they have spending issues, or sometimes, let's face it, we both have children. Sometimes it's called children.
That is so true. Okay, now I read that the good news is home values are on the rise, folks, and people have access to cash through the equity of their homes. Is that correct?
Yes. In fact, Americans just come out the other day. Americans have $5.8 trillion in equity. That's how much they've gained since the financial crisis. So we see a lot of people doing cash out refinances just to get out of credit card debt to student loan debt, home improvement debt, medical debt, debt in general.
Okay, Rodney, explain to our viewers, how does the refinancing work, the cash out refinancing work, and are you a fan of this, really?
Well, here's what I am a fan of. If you have a purpose and a passion to do a cash out refinance, and the reason why I say a purpose and a passion, if you have a purpose to pay off your debt, and you have a passion to get that process started, then I've got clients. I had a client move forward just the other day. They had $156,000 in credit card debt. Yes, and by the end of the month, they will be 100% out of debt.
Oh my gosh.
So that is life-changing for so many people. So here's how a cash-out refinance works, okay? So let's say you have a home worth about $400,000.
Okay, that's a good start.
If you can borrow up to 80% of that, so let's say it's $320,000 minus what you owe. Let's say you owe about $250,000. That allows you to do up to $70,000 minus closing costs. And what could you use that money for? To get out of the high interest rate credit card debt, because the average credit card in America right now is 16.8% now.
That is so much that you're just throwing away. You're just throwing away. You may as well just light it on fire and let it go. Okay, when I think about cash out refinancing and I think about just purchasing a home, is this a similar process?
It is a similar process. You still have to qualify based on your income, your assets, and your credit. But refinancing is a little bit easier because we're just dealing with you. There's no other realtors involved. There's no home inspectors involved other than the appraisal. So we make it a simple process for so many people. And that's been one of the big things, because people want money in their hands as quickly as possible. And when we can get money in people's hands to pay off debt, to do the things that they want in 3 weeks or less, then it's a big win for consumers, especially, you know, Shannon, I see every single day 10 times or more where people have $25,000, $50,000, $60,000 in credit card debt or even more. So it's time to get our finances under control. We're in the second half of the year now. Maybe our goal at the beginning of the year was to get out of debt. Let's make it the second half of the year to get out of debt.
Hey, there is still time for this. And if you have more questions on purchasing or cash out refinancing, go ahead and give Rodney a call. He's at 1-800-EXPRESS, or you can go to RodneyAnderson.com.